Hey guys, the last step here is going to be for the Espis alcohol. Um, this guy's a pretty neat little design. Obviously, you don't necessarily need it. It does get it off the ground a little bit, which I'll demonstrate. And these wings come out, so you're able to turn these sideways and stack two Espis right next to each other. And what it does is help funnel the heat straight up. And I won't be demonstrating the double here because I used it before, but it's an interesting design. Titanium doesn't weigh much, but this is the third way of using the Caldera Tri system, and we're going to cook some dinner. Alright, we're going to have some white bean chicken chili. You can see that can barely even fills half of it. This is a 0.9 liter, and I think I talked about that already. Don't forget your P38s and your 51s to open your cans. I want to show you a few garage sale items I got. When I bought the rain barrels, which you'll see in a different video, guy threw in this Coleman stove. It's they're catalytic heater, 5,000 to 8,000 BTUs. Basically has your well, I've got the cone on it now. Basically has like a fiberglass giant wick. That is, once the flame dies down, it'll turn into a gas. And he uses Coleman white gas fuel, and still made in the USA. It works great, and it was for free, just so I could give it a good home. Also picked up a nice little tea kettle. Looks like an oak handle, and it was $1. So you know, summer's out. Get your garage sales. All right, on to this guy. We're just gonna light it as. This won't be a timed thing. Doesn't really need to be. I'm just heating dinner. So neat little wedge thing. Kind of reminds me of like a Star Wars TIE Fighter, whatever they called. But it's a neat little design. It folds up very small, and yeah, you don't need it. But like I said, it does raise it up to the ground a little bit. Flame isn't coming out of the side, so I think the cube lasts a little bit longer. And you can see after I've been using this a while, especially with the wood, it blues the titanium a little bit, sort of like headers or something on your motorcycle. That guy fits right in there. Handles stay out of the way. It's got your vents, and we'll put the lid on, and you can already hear it. So yeah, neat little system. Alright, I know I said I wasn't going to time this, but it's only been 2 minutes, if that. And my soup's pretty much done. I'm going to pop this off here. You'll see how much fuel it really, didn't use hardly at all. The cube is still pretty much intact. Easily use like a quarter cube with this system, just because you're not losing any of the heat. I'm going to go pull this in a squishy bowl, and I'll be back. Just sort of clean that out a little bit, splash some water in there, scrub it with my fingers, and put a few cups of water in there. We're going to see if this is 1 cube hot enough to heat up 2 cups of water with the time I got left on 1 cube. Alright. Oops. Well, I think it just died. It was boiling. You can see it's sort of boiling. I think the cube just died. It actually ran for about 13 minutes. Start to finish. Well, it's almost dead. Just a little pile left. It was just the wind came up. So 1 cube, I cooked soup, fiddled around, went in the house, got my squishy bowl, put the soup in there while it was going still. Obviously it was still burning. Cleaned that out with some water in my fingers, threw that water out, filled it with a couple cups of water, put it back on the flame, and not quite, I think it petered out. Almost to boil. Enough clearly to either clean with, clean your pots and pans with. Clearly enough to make coffee or soup or tea or something at the end. Not too bad. Very efficient. There you go, guys. There's the Caldera in its entirety. We did the Etsbis stove and the funny little TIE fighter, and like, see if you see those break down. We did the alcohol. Still comes with fuel bottle, measuring cup, and their wonderful stove. You get the containers you could use for food as a mug eating out of if you didn't want to carry your own containers. The Caldera cone made out of titanium. The tri-system does have the holes at the top, so you can use the titanium forks when you're doing wood burning. And I did get the optional little footprint, I would call it. You can buy that separately. You tell them what kind of stove you have. I opted to get one of their package deals that came with their titanium 9.9 liter pot. I like the wider design. I like to be able to heat more water, cook more stuff. You can see it works pretty well. Even the wood burning stuff, honestly, I took a stick and basically cleaned out a lot of the smut on the bottom. I unfolded it and just used a stick to scrape it off. And then most of the rest of the residue, I just used a bandana to clean out the pot and stuff. There wasn't as much left that turned this thing black or anything. You can clean them out pretty well with your stick. I'll put this all together and you'll see what it looks like. Alright, there you go. All in the package. I'll go inside and give you some weights. I usually do put the bandana in there just because that's where I keep it. There is plenty of room in here for more stuff if you wanted to. Fire kit or something if you wanted to. I did find with the optional floor that this thing doesn't screw down all the way. The floor goes top to bottom. If you carried the floor separately or somewhere else in the pack, you could screw this down another inch or so. It's not really a big deal, depending on how you want to carry it. There you go. I'll give you some weights here. Alright, y'all forgive the mess here. So, the cone, now this is including fuel. The 4-ounce bottle in there is full. It's 11 ounces, 11.5 ounces. This has everything including alcohol fuel. There's no Etsbis tab in there. And then 0.9 liter titanium. It's 4 3/4 ounces for 0.9 liter. And then together, whole system, kit and caboodle, 1 pound and 1/4 ounce. And for you metric gurus out there, oops, I just zeroed it. I also want to let you guys know the GSI Soloist does have almost identical size to it as far as the circumference. The pinnacle is quite a bit deeper. You could still use the pinnacle with the wood burning quite easily because it'll fit the same size. It will fit inside the cone. However, I think it's a little too deep to utilize some of the other fuels inside there. You could probably use the Etsbis. I don't think the alcohol stove would have enough room to bloom. It might be pretty short in there because of its depth. But if you're using the skewers as a wood burning, that would be an option for you.